songs that I listen got a corny vibe with it. They all are die rappers, get immortalized quickest. It's hard to ignore the times we born inside different. Can't even say their morals, how they normalize snitching. In the era I grew up, we respected the shooter. So weapons I use got a barrel the length of a ruler. They spreading up rumors, you buy them to death in your future. Get rid of the middleman and go direct to consumer. Knew that I'm wildin' now. Better be watching what's coming out your mouth. Wanted clout till you on the ground, surrounded around the crowd.
I got you.
Yeah. Perfect. I mean, like, because look, the fact that I'm battling Rock on his return to Gnome and people are still saying this battle's going to be crazy. I'm not seeing a lot of Rock 3-0s or Sikh 3-0s. I'm seeing them. They're there. They exist. But most of it is, oh, shit, Battle of the Year contender, Battle of the Night.
No, it's going to be one of those.
Yeah. So that's a testament to the work that I put in. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to disappoint the fans. You know what I mean?
One word, consistency. When it comes to you and Tay Roc,
yes.
Yeah, level of consistency at a high level, that's what makes it like, oh, nah, these two guys who's always on 100, and they're about to battle, and you know how creative they get. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes it like, we know we're gonna get a battle. Like
it's gonna be
guys
crazy.
Don't play, so it's like,
it's gonna be crazy, bro. I'm telling you, I'm trying to be a version of Sikh that y'all never saw before, and I'm pretty sure Rock is gonna be that too. You know what I mean? But you know, shout out to Surf, Free Surf. We've seen monsters before. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
No,
I like that. I like that conversation, and I like
sure.
I like just your confidence and your focus. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
you gotta be.
Like
you gotta
said,
be.
You've been there before.
Yeah. You gotta be like this. This is the time. This is what I did all of this for. You know what I mean? I'm 5 years into taking this as serious as I. When I started taking battle rap serious was around 2020. You know what I mean? I'm 5 years in. Got a good resume. Got a good fan base. You know what I mean? Got a good all of that. I've been blessed to do what I'm doing, and now this is what I'm trying to, this is going to be in history for me. That's what I'm trying to do with this. You know what I mean?
Fire.
So, but yeah.
Let me ask you how you feel about just other matchups on the card.
Yo, this card is crazy. I think they just announced one, the last announcement. I seen a notification, so I don't know if we could talk about it, but I think this.
No, we can talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's confirmed yet though. Is it still?
Is it dropped on the what you call it?
On the app, I think.
Okay, so
something like that. Anyway, let's see. Yeah. Either way, this whole card is crazy, man. I think people like this shit happen all the time where like the card will get announced and you got people criticizing the card and all that kind of shit. Like, but then when the battles happen, there's no complaints. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the battle is what lives on. Right. Nobody's gonna remember the hype behind the event. Nobody's gonna remember the face-offs. Like, if your face-off is more memorable than your battle, then that means your battle wasn't that good. You know what I mean? So like, none of that shit before matters. All it is to hype up it matters when you're selling tickets. You know what I mean? But other than that, like in history, like it doesn't matter as much. So like, I know people was kind of talking shit about the card. Now I see them turning around a little bit with some of the announcements, but like, yeah, man, like you got to just let happen what happens, bro. I think just Gnome in New York is going to have a different energy. You know what I mean? The fact Gnome in New York is going back to that. Like, this event is going to be crazy.
Is the conversation, let me ask this, is the conversation like this isn't known because it's not, these mega names or something like that? Is that like the contrast or the feeling, you know what I'm saying, for I guess people who isn't involving with the style of what URL is doing? Because you gotta understand.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, they're not evolving with the style. I mean, in 2021, Gnome was me versus Danny, Easy versus Rex. I think Geechi and Rum was the main event. Then you had like, I think Jay the Nightwing battle Av on that, I think. Mike P and Lou Castro. Like, my class was all over that Gnome. It was 2 days too. I think Chilla battle Rock that night. Right. Like, it was the best of the best. That's what I look at Gnome as. You know what I mean? Everybody on Gnome has been being consistent. Chess had a crazy one with Swamp. Eunice been going crazy. You know, Jay the Nightwing is one of the champion of the year contenders. I heard they announced him and Rum. Rum has been on a crazy streak. Me and Rock, and like you said, consistency. Hustle and TTop been going crazy. So like, I feel like this, it's what Gnome has ended up becoming is not, it's night of main events. It's not night of names. You know what I mean? It's night of main events. And the main events come from the people that have been putting in work and the people that are consistent and the people that are the best in the world at the time. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of what this Gnome represents. You know what I mean? The active battlers who've been putting on and being the best in the world. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I'm sure you could go to all of these gnomes and you'll find some battles, you know what I mean, to where you could go against that narrative of people saying like, oh, it's not these big mega matches. Like, it should be a good thing because like back in the day when it was only mega matches, like you only had like one battle on the card that was like a new rapper. You know what I mean? Like if we talk about Summer Madness, it was just John versus Hitman. Everybody else was like these mega matches. Now, we in 2025, a lot of these vets, they're not going to be here for a long time. You got to see who's up next. You got to see who's going to carry the culture and who's the future of this shit. You know what I mean? So I think having these kind of cards like we had in the last couple of years is, like you said, people probably just not keeping up with how URL does Gnome and shit. You know what I mean? Because that's
facts.
That's a major part of it.
Yeah, and I feel like you explained that like very correctly because it's like at the end of the day, these are the battles that like the core fans are asking for. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm really looking like Sikh and Rock, that's a battle. Chess and Eunice, I was excited. That was the first announcement, and that's the battle y'all was talking about. Like with the conversations that sparked between them two, it did its own thing. John and Fonz, grudge match.
Yeah, John, they've been beefing for a while too. You like they don't like each other. That's what I'm saying. Like people are saying all this shit, and it's not majority. I feel like majority of the fans are still excited to see this card.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But the people, this is the thing with the comments. Like it's always a vocal minority. What that means is they're not a big percentage. They just loud. You know what I mean? So like that, it makes you think that that's what it is. But when we show up in the venue and all of that, the energy is going to be crazy. When John and Fonz say their first couple bars and you see the energy between them, the crowd's going to be hyped. The people watching going to be hyped. So all this shit was for nothing. You know what I mean? All this extra shit, nothing.
But it's a part of the show too, man. You know, you got to have your detractors. You got to have those.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know it's part of the game. But what I'm saying is like, that's the thing that I've just noticed to where it's like, man, there was all this talk about this not being people when me and Mike P was the main event for that super fight. I think that was March of 2021. I was brand new, you know what I mean? There was like, this ain't no main event. Like I think Suge and B Dot was on the card and shit like that. They were like, me and Mike wasn't no main event. And then we had a battle of the year contender right after that.
Right.
So like all of that shit was for nothing. All that extra shit. Like, so I know it's part of the game, but when the battles happen, that's what matters. That's the product. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely. You know, TTop and Hustle, that's an interesting battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's battles you didn't like. For me, at least, I would say I ain't see like coming like that. Like, oh, okay, that's different. I gotta just see what that looks like.
I think it's dope too because you know they both been going crazy too. But I mean, like, a lot of these are style clashes. You know what I mean? And I mean, it says a lot that they gotta pull some of the newer guys in for these vets to have style clashes. That means they battled everybody already. You know what I mean? And we got unique styles to combat what they got. You know what I mean? Number one, but number two, when it comes to Hustle and T-Top, that style clash is interesting to me. You know what I mean? To where T-Top the type of rapper that can be laid back and diffuse your whole style. You know what I mean? And then Hustle's the type to be barking on everybody and, you know, getting in people's faces and landing haymakers and shit like that. So this style clash is crazy. I think every battle on here is a style clash. And it's literally just going to be, and what you get with those battles is when everybody's at 100, the end result is that battle was crazy and it comes down to preference. You know what I mean? Like there's no clear winner when everybody's on the A game. You know what I mean? So you can't ask for anything besides that. And yeah, people are gonna love this event, bro. But yeah, I mean, all these battles, they're gonna be hype. I don't know where I'm going in the night. I'm sure I'll be towards the end. So you know, I don't watch the battles whenever I'm you know about
So
to battle. But
you're not gonna tell me the other battle Real Sick, man? It's announced already, man. I just didn't look on my notifications yet, man. Come on, man.
I want to make sure it's announced. But again, I was told this like 2 weeks ago, so I don't know if they changed it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you just seen a notification on the app. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, they said announcement 6 on the app.
Oh, so it's out. It's out. So
Yeah.
you might as well tell me, Sick. Come on, man.
Did you know it?
Twerking goods? I don't know.
But see, this is the thing. So I was told something 2 weeks ago. So if they changed it and I say this, then it'll spoil something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What I could do is I could check if you want to check it real quick, and then we could talk about it. Yeah.
Let me see.
Because yeah, I'm not trying to accidentally reveal some shit.
I ain't mad at you. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I'll check Twitter or something.
Oh, Geechi and Rex. All right.
All right, cool. Yeah. They announced it.
Geechi and
All
Rex.
right, yeah. See, because like if I said that, but it was somebody else, then it would be like
I said twerking
you know what I mean?
goods.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and you know what? I was thinking Geechi and Rex too. I was like, okay, so now that's the main event.
Yeah.
I was already like ahead of that because in my head I was like, yo, because they already had it like locked in before. So
Yeah.
no, that's good. That's a good known.
In New York, Rex in New York.
Let me
you
look
know
at
what I
the
mean?
card again. It's Geechi Gotti versus Rex, Tay Roc versus Real Sick, John the Don versus Fonz, Miss Hustle versus TTop, Nitty versus Jay the Nightwing, and Chess versus Eunice.
Crazy. Tell me that's not a crazy. Come on, those 6 battles. That's a crazy. You're gonna get some crazy battles from this card, bro.
All right, so Chess Eunice, real quick. Chess Eunice, what you calling it?
I love Eunice, bro, but probably Chess 2-1. Debatable. I think Eunice could make it a crazy battle. Yeah.
Nitty versus Jay the Nightwing. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie. That's a good battle, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
And you know, I got to go with my class with this shit. You know what I mean? And not only that, bro. Jay found a different pocket, bro. Since he battled Madflex, he been in a different zone. Like he battled Real Deal after that. His battle with Sheed was crazy.
Him and Ill Will was fire too. He went crazy.
Yeah. Him and Ill Will just dropped. They did 100,000 in a day. Shout out to them.
Yeah. That was a great battle.
That battle was crazy, and then he went crazy versus Rock. So yeah, he's on a crazy run right now.
Facts. Him and Rock, yeah.
And it's gonna be a tough one for him because it's on a stage, and Nitty is a haymaker machine. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna be getting reaction on top of reaction on top of reaction. But Jay is the kind of guy that like he stood in front of that before. Ill Will was dropping a building on him, and he still got through that. You know what I'm saying?
Stick, who you got, man?
I told you I got Jay. I got Jay. Yeah.
Class. Okay,
I'm going with my class. Yeah. Same thing with Fonz and John. That's next, right? Like
T-Top, Miss Hustle.
Or T-Top and Hustle. I say Hustle 2-1. Okay. But T-Top has a chance to win it for sure. But you know, her on a big stage is wow.
You said Fonz. You got Fonz over John.
I got Fonz. Fonz don't like John, but I know John hates Fonz too. Maybe this is again another crazy one. John been on the stage a bunch of times. He gonna try to make an example out of Fonz. But I think if you see Fonz versus Suge on Summer Madness and you see what Fonz was doing in that battle, I think him on a big stage in that pocket is crazy. You know what I mean? So I'm going with my boy Fonz, man. 2-1.
Geechi and Rex.
That's crazy, bro. Rex been on one too. Am I bugging? I feel like he went crazy versus Chilla.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he had one more after Chilla that I felt like he battled Swamp, right?
Yep,
he battled
him and Swamp, yep.
Yeah. I think Rex in New York is gonna
And
be.
he battled Bad News too. He went crazy.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Um, I say Rex 2-1 because it's in New York.
And he battled Twerk too. Him and Twerk was good too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I say because of location. Again, these are just predictions. Anything could happen.
Of
But
course.
yeah, I say Rex 2-1, nostalgic factor in New York, you know what I mean? But, Geechi Geechi knows what to do up there too, because he went
Facts.
through both sides to where he lost to Mook, and then when he went back to New York, he beat Sirius Jones. You know what I
Facts.
mean? So he been on both sides of that.
Nah,
So
real shit.
yeah,
And Geechi's like one of the fan favorites and highly
for
respected.
sure. Yeah, people fuck with
Yeah.
Geechi for sure.
Uh-huh.
It's that battle's gonna be crazy. The amount of like the real life talk in that battle is going to
Yeah,
be
no,
crazy.
it's gonna be a conversation.
Yeah,
Ah,
that
man.
that's a conversation ass battle. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's a fire battle
Yeah,
for
they're gonna have
sure.
they're gonna have some crip conversations, all types of shit.
All types of shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that battle's gonna be crazy.
And this last one, man, Real Sick and Tay Roc. What do you think, man? What do you think? Who's gonna win this one, man?
Tay Roc 30.
Oh, Tay Roc 30. Yeah, all right. Listen, man. I'm happy you took the
Nah. Hey yo, I don't know. All I could do is be the best version of myself I ever been. You know what I mean? I'm trying to. I mean, there's a reason people call me a dangerous battle rapper to say it in front of. You know what I mean? And I think there's a reason that one of the best in the world, one of the best of all time, Tay Roc said, "I feel threatened." You know what I mean? So it's up to me to show you why I do that to
Right,
rappers. You know what I
right.
mean? Like, and hey, I'm not showing any mercy. I'm sure he's not showing any mercy. I'll be surprised if any battle is better than this battle that night. This battle's going to be fireworks. This battle's going to be energy. This battle's going to be haymakers, room rockers, fucking memorable battles, like bars. Like, bro, this is a. I can't even describe what this is going to be, but I feel it in my bones. This battle is
Listen,
going to
man.
be one of them ones.
Get y'all pay-per-views, man. Y'all see what it is.
Yeah,
Real Sick is not playing. Him and Tay Roc probably gonna have
yeah,
battle of the year. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be one of those type of situations. Sick,
yeah,
man. Anything else you're working on? I know you've been back on your music,
yeah.
a lot of different things,
Yeah,
freestyles.
we finally got the mix and masters back for my project. My project is called Sick Thoughts. I talked about it before. I got it as kind of like an introduction for my fans that have only watched my battles to kind of show them what my music is like, what I'm on beat, shit like that. It's a good transition project because I got a lot more music in the tuck and a lot more music that I'm gonna be working on and collaborations and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Dope.
So this, I feel like sidebar where some battle rappers go wrong is like they battle rap persona is so much different than their version of music. You know what I mean? Like they sound so different on beat than they sound in a battle. So some battle rappers where they go wrong is they'll try to just not give their fans any kind of transition into, all right, if I fuck with the kind of shit that they say in battles, you know what I mean? When I go to the beat and it's none of that, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Then it's kind of like, I didn't even get a chance to warm up to the music and shit like that. So I think it's a good way of like, all right, so you still get some of the energy and that kind of shit, but then you'll also get some of the other shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's a good diverse project, different beats, different BPMs, good producers on there. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that should be out. We'll have more info after this rock battle for sure. But I'm seeing a cut of the first single later today, the video for that. So yeah, it's like about to be out. You know what I mean? This summer, probably for sure. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I can't wait for that. And that'll be piggybacking off of this rock battle. So
Listen, man, sick. I'm gonna challenge you with this, man. Hopefully, we see you soon
yeah.
on the radar or Hot
Oh yeah.
97 with Flex or I-95 or something. I know you're gonna be in New York soon. Hey, you never know. I like to see Real Sick go
Hey,
crazy on one of them platforms. You know what I mean? Like
I'm
rapping that,
I'm clip I'm clipped up for those. I'm clipped up for those. I'm
right?
ready for those. Yeah, I've been prepping for those. When I don't got a battle coming up, I'm writing. I'm not one of them rappers that only write when they got a battle coming up. You know what I mean? So I'm ready for all of that. So yeah, God willing, maybe Flex to see this battle and, DM me right after, and then we'll have a Real Sick Funk Flex freestyle. I'm putting it in the universe. You know what
Let's
I mean?
get it,
But
man.
yeah, of course, I'm hitting all of those. I-95, on the radar. Like, I got to do all of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely,
Hmm.
man. Especially coming from the East Coast, man. You know what that means.
Absolutely.
Sick, again, I appreciate your time, man. I told you 45
Thank
minutes. We went a little, more than that, but I
It's
appreciate your
cool.
time. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
of
And I'm
course.
looking forward to seeing, you putting in some pain. You know what I'm
Hell yeah.
saying? June 22nd at the Gramercy Theatre. And if y'all
Yeah.
can't be there, get the pay-per-view, man. It's going down.
June 22nd, Gnome 15. You know what I
15.
mean? This is crazy that we had this many gnomes. We're finally in New York, the Gramercy Theater. If you ever been a fan of mine, pull up. You're gonna witness history, man. I need you there. If you ever been a fan of mine, you a fan of battle rap, whatever. If you in the area, come through, man. You're not gonna be disappointed. This is literally history that you about to watch. You know what I mean? You can't pay for that. So yeah. Jersey.
Appreciate you, Sick. Let's get it. Hip
Yeah.
Hop is real. We out.